A $300 million family just paid $2 million for a mistake they didn't even know they were making. And I guarantee you, your family might be making it right now. Here's what I see constantly in my work with ultra high net worth families. There's this RIA managing investments, a CPA handling taxes, an attorney doing estate planning, maybe an insurance advisor, a trust company, a foundation manager, a philanthropic manager, and the family. The family's managing everything else. Here's the problem nobody talks about. Who's coordinating all of those people? Who's making sure the estate planning attorney knows about the new LLC that the CPA just set up, or vice versa? Who's ensuring the RIA understands the trust distribution flow of funds that are impacting the tax strategy? Who's tracking whether everyone is working from the same financial statements or that those financials are detailed enough and a reliable source of information? In most families, the answer is no one. Or worse, the family matriarch or patriarch has now become the unpaid project manager. I'm Christy Van Wright. I'm the founder of White River Consultants. We are a family office integrator, and for the past 7 years, we have worked with families managing $50 million to $500 million in net worth to solve this exact problem. This isn't theoretical. At the beginning of this year, a family came to us, roughly $300 million in assets. Third generation, incredibly successful, a truly wonderful family. And on paper, they had it dialed in. I mean, the RIA is top tier. It's a Big Four accounting firm. It's a law firm that is incredibly well known. Best in class advisors across the board. But when we sat down and did our diagnostic, here's what we found. One, they had just paid a $50,000 penalty for missing a state tax filing deadline. Why? Because the CPA thought the family office manager was handling it, and the family office manager thought the CPA was handling it. Two, they were paying $180,000 a year in duplicate subscriptions and services. Same data feeds were purchased 3 separate times for various entities. There were duplicate insurance policies. There were overlapping legal retainers. Third, there were 26 different advisors and service providers, and not one of them had a complete picture of the family situation. Fourth, and maybe the hardest thing to hear, the family patriarch, brilliant guy. We have so enjoyed working with the entire family, but certainly with him. Brilliant, built an incredible business. Spoiler alert, we work with this family. He was spending 20 hours every single week just trying to keep things coordinated, keep paperwork flowing, keep information moving. 20 hours! That's half of a full-time job. Just managing the people who were supposed to be managing the things for the family. Now you might be thinking, okay, Christy, yes, $50,000 penalty, $180,000 in wasted, subscriptions. It's real money, but for a $300 million family, are we really in a crisis? You're right. The money wasn't the real problem, though I will tell you it was a real problem. The real cost that I saw when we sat down in that first meeting, the patriarch looked exhausted. His wife told me later that they had stopped taking vacations because someone needed to be available for all of the things, and he didn't feel like he could leave. Their kids, the next generation, they were frustrated and they were confused. They know that eventually they're going to have to understand all of this, but as it was getting sort of piecemeal and feeling very chaotic, they felt like they were trying to drink from a fire hose without any kind of regulator in place to, keep the water from going everywhere. The other killer here, they were missing some really massive opportunities. He was stuck in coordination hell, and they missed a private equity investment, co-investment opportunity, because it had to have a decision inside 48 hours. There was a tax strategy that had been put on the table. Again, it had a deadline. It could have saved him about $400,000, but it required coordination, and he didn't make the link between everybody in time to make it happen. And they've had succession planning conversations on their agenda for years that also haven't happened, which has just led to the kids feeling much more of that fire hose chaos than they ever really needed to. So the chaos wasn't just costing them money, it was costing them their lives and the legacy that this family has really worked so hard to build. So what did we do? We didn't fire anybody. No, all of their advisors are intact. They're great people. We have so enjoyed working with them. We didn't add complexity. They have plenty of that. What we did do was install what we call our family operating system. Think about it. Every successful business has an operating system. It's just a way to get things done consistently, predictably, and with accountability. That is the key. Families, even incredibly sophisticated families, they're usually running on hope and heroic effort, unfortunately. So a family operating system has 3 core components. The first one is the integrator. It's the person or the team that's responsible for the coordination. It's not another advisor giving opinions. It's someone who's actually executing and making sure that everything is connected and every advisor has the information that they need to move forward with their tasks. The second is a single source of truth. So it's consolidated financial and other data that every advisor is working from. There's no more, which version of the balance sheet are we using, and conflicting information, and did that asset get added or adjusted because remember we had return of capital last quarter? It's a single source of truth, updated consistently. The third component of this system is rhythm. It is a regular cadence for updates, for decisions, and for communications. It's a monthly close process, it's a quarterly advisor alignment, and it's an annual planning cycle. It's a simple concept, but the impact, it can be life-changing. So we installed this system. We installed their family operating system in about 90 days. We're customized a little bit to every single family, but the general outline stays the same. So here's what happened. Month 1, we built the consolidated financial dashboard because remember, they have a great accounting team in place. We just brought it to everything together in one place where every advisor could see the entire picture. We established a communication rhythm. We identified every advisor relationship and we clarified who owns what. It was so important. Month 2, we did our first monthly close. Took us 12 days. It was not great, but we were still deep in the weeds of documenting everything. We caught 3 more duplicate payments and we got them stopped. We got some coordination going between the CPA and the attorney on some other trust modifications that would have been a costly unwind had each moved forward independently. Month 3 rolls around. The monthly close happened in 7 days, which was great, and we continued to build those communication rhythms. Here's what really mattered to the family. There weren't any late payments or missed deadlines since we got this going. The advisors are collaborating because they're working from shared information. The patriarch's time went from 20 hours a week to 2. And those 2 hours are strategic. They are not administrative. The kids, the next generation, we have started onboarding them systematically, not throwing them into the deep end, but meeting them where they are at to help them understand what is coming. So I asked the patriarch if I could use this as a case study. He said yes. And I said, what has been the most impactful thing for you since we've implemented this family operating system. And what he said, I will never forget. He said, Chrissy, for the first time in 20 years, I feel like we're running a business, not being run by one. I sat there for a little bit, and it just gave me so much hope that the other families that we've installed this for feel the same way. Because what a joy to be able to bring that to someone's family. But that's the difference that integration can make, having a system. So I'm not telling you the story to brag about what we did for this family. I'm telling you this because it's a case study that shows the pattern that I see everywhere. Families don't fail because they have bad advisors. They struggle because they have great advisors working in silos. The most dangerous assumption in family wealth management is this: someone else is handling the coordination. The RIA thinks the family office is coordinating. The CPA thinks the attorney's got it handled. The attorney thinks the family is coordinating certain things. Here's the truth. Coordination is not anyone's job by default. No one's. That means it becomes everyone's problem. So unless you explicitly make integration someone's responsibility, with authority, with accountability, and with systems, it's not going to happen. So if you're watching this and thinking, wait, this sounds familiar. If you're the one spending hours every week just trying to keep everyone on the same page, if you feel like you're running a coordination circus instead of building your family's legacy, if you're working with a family where you can see this progression happening, just remember, you don't need more advisors. You just need better integration. I want to help you figure out what that looks like for your family. I've put together a guide called the Family Office Integration Audit. It's the exact diagnostic framework that we use with families to identify when coordination is breaking down and what to fix first. Links in the description below. It takes about 15 minutes to work through, and it'll give you absolute clarity on whether integration is your issue and what to do about it. And if you want to go deeper, we would love to have a conversation and see if we can help you solve some of that chaos or point you in a helpful direction to help you solve it. My calendar link is in the description. So thanks for watching. If this was helpful, subscribe. We drop new videos like this regularly, and I'll see you on the next one.